Everyone, welcome to a brand new episode of Hustle Today. I have yet another interesting guest for you today. So, this guest is a very young guy, 22, 23 years old, and his story is exceptional. And why exceptional? Because he was only 22 when he began the internship program. He was already trying to run an agency for 3 years before he joined the program, but he was not very successful. Unfortunately, his mother had passed away about a year and a half ago, and he couldn't find help from his father for the thing that he was doing for himself. But he had been following Digital Deepak for quite a while. And soon as he got to know about the internship program batch 2, which was late 2019 and early 2020, he decided to go in for it. Once he got into that program, it was kind of a life changing moment for him. Why? Because he made 60,000 rupees right from the program during the program itself. And all of this, when he began the program, he didn't even have the money. He had borrowed that money from his friend. So he had borrowed 15,000 rupees and he made four times that sum, 60,000 during the program itself. Now, mind you, in batch two, they had only seven assignments. I was a part of batch two. So back then, the internship program was only seven assignments, but he was able to turn 15,000 into four times the money into 60,000. Now the internship program is 16 modules. So I can only imagine what he would have done if he had been, in this particular um, time. But the interesting thing is that within 6 months of the internship program completion, he had made 5 lakh rupees from what he had learned. That, all of that at the by the age of 23. If that is not interesting, then I don't know what is. Let's welcome Ankush into the call and let's get to hear his story from him. It's going to be very inspirational. Hello, Ankush. How are you?
Hi Divya, how are you? I'm good.
Awesome. So happy to see you again, my fellow batchmate from batch two.
Me too.
How's it? Everything going with you?
Yeah, everything is fine.
And
Working.
how has been your journey so far?
It has been like a game changer for me. Like I have been doing a lot of things earlier also before DDIP, but I was not aware about like the integrated digital marketing, and also like I was providing individual services, but I was not able to collectively do it and scale it to that level. And also I didn't get had that path that I should follow in future. So it was like DDIP gave me that idea how I can go further and how I can like even price my services higher. So it was a game changer for me, indeed.
I can see that smile, and I can certainly say that it was life changing. It was life changing for me too. And I have known you for since the program started. We were batchmates. I know a lot about you, but still, I have a lot of questions. Um, Before you started the program, what were you doing, and how did you land up in DDIP batch two? Can you get a little bit more into the past and let us know about the details?
Yeah, sure. So basically, like I was when I was in my college, that time I started in the second year. I started like work doing this thing. So I started like making websites. Basically, that time I used Wix to create a website. It was
This
just
was
a
in the
ebook
year.
store. Wix in 2016, I guess.
Okay, so you had been doing it for 3 years almost.
Yeah, yeah. That time I
I
have
mean,
been doing it
wait a
for
minute.
3 years.
Wait a minute. You started DDIP at the age of 22. 3 years before
20.
that, you were already
Not in
doing.
22. I think it was 21 or no, 20. It was 20 that time. Like in 2016, I was 20.
So at the age of 20, you were already doing all of this. How did you
Yeah.
learn all of that back then?
Uh, by my own, basically, I used to go to a library where there was computer. So I used to learn there. I used to like explore there only. I didn't had a computer for like almost a year till I start like actually got my computer. But I still was doing all the things from sometimes from college library, sometimes from district library, and there I used to even edit my YouTube videos, and I used to record my videos in some my friend's phone and laptop and edit it somewhere else. So it was like I was using multiple streams and then finally uploading that from anywhere else.
So you're
So
trying to hustle through with all the odds that were against you.
yeah, yeah.
That is amazing. So then how did you actually reach DDIP? Like come across it? How did you know DD?
So I think I came across I think a blogging ad or something, or maybe it was like multiple things actually. I saw TEDx video also of Deepak sir. So there I like watched that video and I was quite impressed then. So after that I also I think joined his email course, something like that. And then I was in touch with the content that like Deepak sir was creating. And then finally I saw that internship, something like that, and then I joined the webinar.
I remember that webinar, how it was and how
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
trying to
It
explain the new idea.
like
It was a very new idea back then too.
yeah, yeah. That time like mostly that time webinars used to be recorded, not live. So it was like first time I was joining a webinar. Even I didn't knew the word that time. So I
Okay.
was like very impressed with the PPT and all, like how he pitched everything.
Okay.
I
So
didn't even have the money that time, That time I didn't even had that money to buy the internship, like enroll for the internship.
so can you tell me a little bit more in detail about how did you find that money when you didn't have it, you wanted to join it? Like what went on?
So I was so impressed with the PPT and the webinar that Deepak sir did, launch webinar. So I was sure that something is there for me there, and like I had my partners also in my team that time. So I said that I think I need to join this, and I know this is going to be really helpful. That time, like 15,000 was quite a lot of money for me. So I got the money from my partner, and then like I joined the internship program after like lending that money from him. So
Wow, I mean,
borrowing that money from him, yeah.
that calls in that shows that you were very dedicated and you really wanted it. Like you were really
Yeah,
after it and you
and
wanted to
I
succeed.
think like initially it was I was not that motivated initially, but on the same time I think that lockdown happened, like when we were doing the second assignment or third assignment, the lockdown happened, and then all I had to do was that internship, and I was whole day I was on the Facebook group of ours, and uh, keeping on like replying to people sometimes, you know all the story after that.
I know, but it is really interesting to recall all of it because I remember that when we started, it were seven assignments that we had.
Yeah, yeah.
And even when we had seven assignments, each assignment had only very short duration, like 10
Oh,
10 days or so.
yeah, yeah.
Everybody was trying to help each other. And I remember that you were there almost all the time. Everybody was like, Ankush, Ankush, Ankush. How did you manage it? What went on? Tell me about your experience during that phase.
Like I was like there was actually I was all alone that time. My father was in next room, but like I didn't have that good relation with father, that I like we don't communicate that much. So all I had to do was like sit front of my computer, and like there was always someone asking questions, and I like a lot of DMs were there. Like everyone was messaging me that, hey Ankush, how can please help me this? And I don't know how many Zoom calls, Skype calls I did that time, and it was like that time only I got confidence in speaking English also. Like first time I was directly communicating in English that time. So it was like I got a lot of confidence in all areas, all aspects of my skills, like my communication skills, my personality, my like presentation, and then my skills, of course, the like digital marketing skills also.
How did you manage all of this along with all the food and everything that you had to prepare, considering that you had to manage it yourself?
I I was always on call actually that time. Like I used to plug my that time I used to use my headphones, so I already had always had that headphones, and I kept on cooking as well as like talking to people, sometimes watching webinars and like that.
Amazing, so interesting. And how was the overall experience? Now, if you look back with all the struggle that you had to go through, how would you describe the experience?
So it was like a turning point in my life. Like I'm not that kind of person who believe there is one turning point, but it was one major turning point in my life that had like an impact on me, and it changed my life completely. Like it gave me a path that where I should go, and it opened up me in the public, and also gave me a lot of exposure in terms of where I can learn more and what is all in the industry that is there. So I got to know a lot of people also from all over the world. Right now, whenever someone say like how you work, I say like I have my team in all over the world, like all over the India, like someone from on the top of our map, from right, from bottom, like east, west, and south, and also I say that nowadays a lot. Like my team is all over the India. My people, like
Remember,
people.
you were kind of that people's person. Everybody was after you, like Ankush, please help me, Ankush, please help me, and you would somehow find time to help everybody. And because of you, so many people were able to complete the assignments. I remember because everybody had some issues, and late at night everybody would be working. So whom to go to? So it was always Ankush. I remember,
Yeah.
and I think, as far as I remember, you also started working on some assignments on the side, like projects or some work. Like, can you tell us something about that?
I actually because a lot of people were there who were asking questions to me, so I came up with some of I started posting some of the stuff like which I thought like these are the major questions, so I kept on posting that. And then there was one major issue like how to set up their WordPress blog or WordPress website. That time I think like 80% of people were like they were not sure how to do it. So that time I come up with the idea for the first time. Like it was very difficult for me to do that, but I decided to do a webinar that time. First time in my life I was going to present to all people that are not known to me, and that also in English. So it was I like kept my comfort zone aside, and then I decided to like let's do something, because nothing is not going to help them, something is going to help them. So I decided to do that webinar, and I think more than 80 people actually uh, like shown interest in joining that webinar.
I remember.
Yeah, indeed, it went horribly wrong. I like lost the track of my topic. I was very nervous, that time I was very much nervous. So that day only I decided that I am going to change this, and I am going to be better in public speaking, and I will. I kept on doing such daily meetings. Then that DD Army meeting we used to do every day. Yeah, after that it
But
started.
what is most important is that you still, despite all the fears, you took that step and you decided to face your fears, and that is incredible. That is wonderful. Such an amazing, journey and experience that you had, and I'm sure it must have been way more difficult than you're actually saying, but you have come out beautifully. Since DDIP, how have you been able to use all the lessons that you learned there?
So, like I told you that I learned a lot of things like integrated digital marketing, how to use all of the things. Earlier, it was like individual services for me, but after that, it was like it. These were all tools for me. Like the goal was to market things, not to just sell my services. So that was like the major change in mindset, that I have to market the products, I have to do the marketing, and for the marketing I need all these different type of methods, and I have to use them collectively to build strategies, and then I have to provide the results to clients. So that was the major change that I had in my life. And also I started that time only teaching what I know, like my designing and website development skills. So that time only I started to conduct a little bit sessions with my intern mates only. So that was like a new career that I started, to teach, to be a mentor myself.
I remember in week 12, sorry, in week 7 back then, we had something to do like info product creation, and we had to sell things. So I remember you had also created a course around WordPress because you were the WordPress guy. And I still
Yeah.
remember, like, I still come to you whenever I need some WordPress help. So you did that, and you, as far as if I'm correct, you made quite a lot of revenue. How much was it?
I made that time from my webinars and teaching others only. I made around 60 to 70,000, including
Okay,
like
during the
20.
program itself. Four
Yeah, yeah,
times the investment that you borrowed money for.
yeah, yeah. And also I got cash back, and I got I think that additional reward for being top interns.
At top
So
25. You were among
25.
the toppers. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing. So, how much of revenue have you been able to make by now with all the kind of things that you have done in since DDIP?
So I'm not sure like directly right now, because recently I have been into a lot of things. So I have been investing a lot of money recently, since
Okay.
last 6 months. So everything I earned, I all invested it. So right now that's not will be the case, but in I think 6 months to 1 year, that time when internship was on, I earned around 4 to 5 lakhs, around
Wow.
4 lakh 50,000 to or 5 lakhs, something like that.
Wow. All of that on borrowed money. You didn't have money, you borrowed it,
Yeah,
and you turned it into 5 lakh rupees, almost five. Like, incredible. Incredible. So, Ankush,
yeah.
now what are you engaged with and what are you looking forward to?
So right now, I am working with one of my friend from digital DDIP only, internship only. That is Rohit Thakur. So we are working on building a system, basically a software, you will say. It's
So
based
you
on
found your
WordPress.
business partner in the internship pool itself.
Yeah, yeah. I found a lot of people in internship, like whole team, and that cricket team, the team like Dream 11, all in DDIP only. So whenever I need something, I know there is who is going to be suitable for that, and that's going to be from DDIP only. So I trust those people. Like if I don't want to do that, so I trust them blindly. So I can say that this is the person who is going to do that.
Amazing. That is so nice to hear how you have, found success and you benefited from it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
What would be one piece of advice you would like to give somebody who is your age and he's struggling to find a path for himself?
So right now, a lot of people, I am not sure I have right success right now to say
No,
that.
better than, wait a minute. You are better than somebody who is still struggling, right? Who
Yeah,
was in
that I can say. Yeah. So I think like we all have to. A lot of people say that they don't know this, they don't know that, or they do not have enough skills or something like that. But I say that skills are something that you can learn. It's not something that come inborn in you. So you can learn that, and I have learned that. I am a commerce student. I have done my BCom, and I have learned to develop websites, to code websites. I have learned marketing, design, and all the things that even a person from a good degree in computer science or technology are not aware about. So a lot of people right now I hire sometimes or take in as an intern, they don't know a lot of things that I know. Indeed, they know things that I know. So but still, like, they don't know basic things also. So you can learn those things, but just by yourself. There is a lot of content on YouTube, and one major thing that I have just know came to know that you should invest in your learning as well. Right now, I am spending like 35,000 with Rohit per month on our learning only. So it's like learning is the most important part. We are upgrading ourselves still. We are doing like upgrading our skills and keep learning. So you should go for paid courses also, and also DDIP, I will say. That's if you are totally new, DDIP is the best thing that you can go for, because it's going to give you complete overview and also deep knowledge about things. So after that you can continue to learn other all in deep also.
By the way, you might not be aware, but we have 16 modules now. Back then, when we were
Yeah,
interning from batch two, we had seven. But now in DDIP, we have 16 modules and it's upgraded amazingly. And from my observation, what I have seen, what I have interviewed people, people are from all walks of life. People with 10 years in marketing, they have benefited a lot. So you have a very valid point that anybody looking to begin with is going to find this as a wonderful place to get started. And even if you have been doing something, the practical aspects of it is just wonderful. And
yeah,
I mean, there are so many examples. You're one of them, how you were already doing it, but still you found a lot of, concepts and a lot of idea clarity and the direction
yeah,
with which you have used wonderfully for what you are doing. And it's amazing to see how at 22, 2023, right? At
yeah. Now
23 years
23.
old, you are an entrepreneur, you're learning, and you have that wisdom that, okay, I need to invest in my learning and upskilling myself and still work and employ other people. So amazing, Ankush. So amazing.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for having me. This
Thank
was
you,
really
Ankush.
good.
It is always wonderful to talk to you, and especially wonderful with the fact how you have faced all these challenges, all these adversities, and you have come out beautifully. And I wish you all the best for the future. And I hope I get to interview you once again with more
Yeah,
success
sure.
story in the future.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.